Afternoon baseball on the now to the plate, Luis Garcia, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Leading off for the Nationals.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Cut fastball taken for strike one. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here. They come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide. Scooped up, throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away. So stepping in is Starlin Castro. First offering. At the knees, strike one. This is line to left. Stanton is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are two gone now.
That is third.
Here now is Juan Soto. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And a breaking ball backs him out of the way. 1-0 the count.
You know, we'll see him work both sides of the plate with his curveball. Maybe not that far in, but he'll move that pitch around the zone to give it a different look.
A ball and a strike. High in the air out to center field. Hicks is under it. And that's the third out. Nothing doing here in the open. That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The third baseman
comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. And this will get through into right. And he's aboard with a single.
Hey, this game's starting off exactly the way they want it to. Lead-off single in the bottom of the first. After their pitcher went out there and threw a donut on the board, boys are flying around.
So now to the plate, Aaron Hicks. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Urshela on at first, nobody out. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Hit hard back up the middle. Zips it to Castro for one. Over to Bell for the double play.
Batting third, the second baseman, DJ.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. His past numbers with Steven Strasburg comes in with 6 hits in 21 at-bats. He's taken him deep once. First pitch curveball swung on and missed. Strike one. Fellas, the Nationals, as they take the field here today, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty, I always felt like these were huge games, whether it's earlier in the season or later in the season, to find a way to get to 500. You feel like you can start fresh and start pushing in a different direction. You cannot continue to ride.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will. And stepping in, Kyle Schwarber. He drove in one of their 2 runs in last night's ball game. Line drive to left, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the leadoff hitter in the inning reaches safely for the Nationals.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, 2 runners on after back-to-back singles right there. They are in prime position to put the first run on the board right here.
Josh Harrison stands in as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, As a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
The 0-2 once more. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. And that's going to be high 2-2 now. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1. So runners at first and second here with 1 away. And that'll bring up the outfielder Victor Robles. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. No score here as we play inning number 2. Fouled off. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Kevin Plawecki is at the plate as he watches ball 1.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling behind and creating traffic. It puts everybody on edge, not only himself, his defense, and especially his manager.
2-0 now. The 2-0. Grounded back up the middle. Reined in. And the 2-out threat won't pay off. The inning is over. Nats leave a pair. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Now to bat, Clint Frazier. Set to lead off the home half of the second.
The right fielder, Clint Frazier.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Oh, he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Good waist pitch, 1-2.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away. Something breaking down and away off the plate.
Ready with the 1-2. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. Plawecki has it, and he makes the throw to first. Frazier is retired, and there's 1 away.
The designated hitter.
So 1 down, no 1 aboard. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. Here's the first pitch to him. Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline.
He smoked that changeup foul. That's why we're seeing the expansion of netting around baseball.
Had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2. Two-strike pitch from Strasburg. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Robles falls off the left fielder as he takes charge for the second out. At the plate now is Luke Voigt. He was hitless in the shutout last night. And he'll step out and ask for time. Maybe trying to get this pitcher out of the rhythm he's in right now. Now here's the first offering.
Had to be sitting something hard right there because he gave up on that pitch, but it was right down the chute.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Hey, down 0-2. He better be leery of this guy's nasty changeup. He has the ability to bury it down and away or down and in wherever he wants to. So you got to be on point with this one.
1-2. Ground ball right into the shift. He's got it. Go on to Bell at first, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Bombers.
Welcome back to the Bronx, where these fans have witnessed a lot of good pitching from their Yankees this season. Coming into the day, they've amassed the most strikeouts in the league, while also issuing the fewest walks, a feat that makes their coaching staff extremely happy. As one of them said to me, when you can rack up strikeouts like we do, but not walk anyone, that tells you a lot about the incredible stuff our pitchers have, and they trust it. Guys, it's an aggressive pitching staff with a lot of swing and miss in their game.
All right, Heidi, thank you. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Just off the inside corner, looked like a changeup. Called strike that time, and it's even at 2-2. And that one yanked just foul. Another 2-2 offering. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
Wow, this guy's mowing right through this lineup right now, but that's what happens when you don't get a chance to see a pitcher very often. That's one of the things that are helpful when you're pitching in interleague games. It's always a good advantage for the pitcher because the hitters don't get to see that guy very often.
Lifted the other way down the left field line. Under it now is Stanton to make the catch, and there are 2 away now. So here's Starlin Castro. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
2-out lightning definitely applies to this offense. If this 2-hole hitter can get on, they could start something serious.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Right fielder is on the run, and a long run, but he's there to track it down. Nice range, and the side is retired. Nationals gone in. Giancarlo Stanton now. His past numbers with Steven Strasburg. He brings with him a .313 batting average. He's also hit 3 home runs. And now the first pitch. Good off-speed pitch had him out in front for strike 1. He looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2.
This is why you pay the price of admission right here. Power on power. My money's on the pitcher.
And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
Here he comes again, 1-2. Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out.
He's just got great strikeout stuff. In his last start, he racked up double-digit Ks, and it looks like he could finish up in that range again here. He's really an exciting pitcher to watch when he's sending guys packing like this.
Breaking ball is swung on and bounced to short. Fielded cleanly. On to first, and Strasburg's in control here, 2 away. So the bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that brings up Thairo Estrada. Now here's the first offering. Heading out towards shallow right. Here comes the right fielder. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. So the Yanks go. Now to the plate, here is Juan Soto. Flew out last time up.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
Here comes the 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Cutter, and it doesn't make it back. 3-2. Kyle Schwarber waits on deck. Liner into right center. That's a base hit. Throw into second. And he's out trying to stretch it into a double, so a costly mistake here leading off the inning. Opportunity now to take a look at some of the future players in the Yankee organization as our Road to the Show report spotlights a couple of guys that have been playing well in recent action. Standing in now, Kyle Schwarber. As Kluber's able to get ahead of him here with strike 1.
One of the biggest factors on how long you're going to go with a start is how many first pitch strikes you throw. 80% usually means you're going to have a pretty good day, and that's on the menu so far.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch.
Nope, that's inside.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Looking up is Hicks. A leap at the wall, but forget it. It's gone. A home run.
There are certain guys in every lineup that you do not want to beat you. This guy right now is swinging the bat so well, I'm not giving him a chance to do anything. He's too hot right now.
Josh Bell is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Line towards center field. Into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch for the second out.
The third baseman.
And that'll bring up Josh Harrison. 0 for 1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
The 1-0 home is swung on and missed. Strike 1.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1. Into the windup and the pitch. To 2-2 now.
2-2.
1 run, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Fouled away. The next 3-2. And there's a line drive base hit to left field.
Boy, talking about making a pitcher work, D-Row. 8-pitch at bat finally leads off to a base hit.
I got to be honest with you. After the 7th pitch, you start to get in auto swing mode. He could have thrown the rosin bag, and he would have took a hack at it. So hats off to him. Not only battling for 8 pitches, but getting a result.
Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. After it is Hicks. But the left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. And that ends the inning. 1 in the inning for the Nationals on the solo home run. Bottom of the inning now. And set to go is the third baseman, Gio Urshela.
The third baseman.
He's set. Here it comes. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Line drive to center field. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Now back, the center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
Into the box, Aaron Hicks. As he swings and grounds it toward the hole. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. Will hold at second, and there are 2 aboard now.
Well, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Roll. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned. Tried to beat it.
And that sends DJ LeMahieu into the box. And Strasburg will get ahead of him here with strike 1. Urshela at second. Hicks on at first with nobody out. Runners on the move for second. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. One and 2 to DJ LeMahieu.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
Trying to send him packing for the second time.
That's ball 2.
Number 3 hole hitter up right now. Cleanup guy on deck. 2 ball, 2 strike count. I think pitcher wants to make something happen right here.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And it's fouled away.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Soto has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. Stepping in next, Clint Frazier. The base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. First offering. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Now a bunt attempt here. Bell is there, and he'll bring this one in. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. And that's cut on and missed 0-1.
Man, this pitcher is on right now, pounding the zone, attacking these hitters. He's making it look easy.
And this one's in the dirt. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Well, this team, they're swinging at everything, but that pitch was just a little too far out of the strike zone.
And the runner back safely. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Here comes the right fielder. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. New inning set to get underway, and in to hit next it'll be the catcher Kevin Plawecki. Now a swing and an easy fly ball out toward right center. In there, a base hit.
The bat, number
Into the box now, Alex Avila, as Kluber's able to get ahead of him here with strike one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
Man, he just missed the zone right there. One of the toughest pitches in the game, that backdoor cutter. As an offensive player, you give up on that pitch. As soon as it comes out of the hand, the next thing you know, it's trying to grab the corner.
All even now, 2-2. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. A runner at first with no outs here. Another one sent foul. Liner in there for a base hit. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
The bat, number 2.
In now, Luis Garcia, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. A tag for 1, and he'll be safe on the fielder's choice. And now in the box, Starlin Castro. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. He's set and the pitch. He'll start in with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first. And that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away. So 2 on with 2 away, and that'll bring up the dynamic bat of Juan Soto. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Avila at third, Garcia on at second with 2 down. And that misses 1-1. Popped him up. Urshela has room in foul territory. He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. So it's no runs on 2 hits. Welcome back to the Bronx as we check in with Heidi.
Leading up for the Yankees, the first baseman.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Tried to hold up there, but the appeal goes down to Rusty Valentine at first, and Rusty ain't convinced, so that's strike 1. Oh, and it looks like a visit to the video room may be in order after that hack. It's 0-2 now.
After that off-balance swing right there, you find yourself down 0-2 and wishing you were back on deck with the donut on your bat, visualizing hitting a home run.
Schwarber will wait on it. 1 gone. And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton. Struck out in his first at-bat. The pitch.
He's got a good feel for his off-speed pitches second time through the order, and we just saw 3 in a row.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that for this offensive player. After coming off a curveball, the old push the throttle and pull it is being used.
The 1-2.
That's ball 2. Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes. And now the count is 2-2.
2-2 pitches fouled away. Here's the pitch. There's a fastball well off the plate inside.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
Soto is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2. Next to hit, Kyle Higashioka comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First offering on its way. Ball one.
No strike.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter-friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
2-0 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. In the air, out to right. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Kyle Schwarber. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it 1 and 2. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. 2-2. Down the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So that'll bring up Josh Bell. On its way is pitch number 75. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And it's a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. Count even at 1-1 to the Nationals' first baseman. Sinker on the inside, and that's a strike. And this is a strike 3 call. Oh, caught a break there. 2 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though. Very impressive outing so far. His command has been spot on. Even when he misses his spot, it isn't out over the heart of the plate. He's throwing quality pitches.
1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Into the windup and the pitch. And now he'll step off as they look for a strikeout pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Tyro Estrada digging in now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
That's shortstop, Tyro Estrada.
First pitch on the way. Fastball too high to start him out here 1-0. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him at 96. It's a ball and a strike.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
2-1. Two balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2. Lifted in the air to center field. Robles is right there, 1 down. So 1 away in the inning, and with that, we'll get a look at where the Nationals sit entering play in the National League East race. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Gio Urshela, singled last time up. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now.
Man, that's another ugly swing right there. This team is just struggling so mightily to get on base. They've looked off balance all game.
Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Castro to his left. He's there. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out. Well, it certainly was a bang-bang play, so they're giving it another look and may decide to challenge the call on the field. Now the indication from the dugout, and they will use a challenge here. So we'll see what the replay operations center in Manhattan has to say about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Yankees are challenging.
So here's one last look at it. There has to be indisputable evidence in order to change the call, and I just don't see it there. I'd be really surprised if the challenge works out for them in this one.
At the plate now, Aaron Hicks. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base.
Well, the side is retired as they make the play. Victor Robles digging in now. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Hit out towards second. LeMahieu's got it, and the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting.
Next, here is Kevin Plawecki, singled in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. The throw into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
When you're leading by 1 run, you want to do everything you can to add to the lead and give your bullpen a little breathing room. It makes a big difference. So double here goes a long way towards making that a real possibility.
Alex Avila comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ballgame thus far. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. Striding in now for the Nats, Luis Garcia. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
One and one. Here it is. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive and run. Gonna have to make something.
A dive, but it's off his glove. Now he'll fake a throw to second and look to first instead. Well, the play's been made. Last half of the 7th here, and that'll bring up the outfielder Clint Frazier.
Down by 1, I'm interested to see how they approach this as an offense, especially if they get someone on base early in the inning. Some teams, you know, they're going to try and manufacture that run, just trying to get that 1 run across. Others, they're going to look for 1 or 2 big swings to make it happen.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. Swinging a soft liner. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now back.
Next for New York, Luke Voigt. No hits to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Hey, watch out. This hitter's got one thing on his mind.
Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Bell ranging into the outfield. He's there to track it down. And that'll end the inning. Into the box, Starlin Castro. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
That's a
Too
ball.
low, 1-0.
Count 1-0.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Now the 1-1 pitch. This is line to left. Stanton is right there as he puts it away. No problem for the first out. Juan Soto to the plate now. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him.
You know, some guys just don't like pulling the trigger in a 0-0 count. They don't like the ambush tactic. They like to calibrate the speed, maybe pick up the brake. They want to know everything your ball does before they pull the trigger.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin the win if he starts looking for it in there.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Juan Soto is sent packing for the second out of the inning. Kyle Schwarber is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Fastball called strike. 1-2.
What a well-executed fastball right there. Down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
And Stanton will put this one away, and the inning is over. Stepping in once again is Giancarlo Stanton. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. From the stretch.
Hey, the guy on the mound is absolutely pounding his zone, and that's why he's been able to stay and pitch deep into this game.
Fouled off. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Now a swing and a miss, and Stanton is down on strikes for round number 1.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Swing and a line drive. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. It's like magic or something. He's given up a boatload of hits, but they haven't been able to chase a runner home.
And that's just another base hit in a long line of many. Seems like he's been pitching from the stretch the entire game, but somehow he's still got a shutout going. We'll see how long he can make this last.
No balls and 1 strike. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Hit back up the middle. Scooped up to second for 1. On to first, it's a double play as their woes continue. All set to start the 9th in this one. And digging into bat next, the big bat of Josh Bell. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Gone!
The bullpen is going to have to take care of business in the bottom half of this inning. But they're going to be able to throw a lot freer if they've got that extra run to play with. Insurance runs are always huge.
Josh Harrison is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
After falling down 0-2 on the same pitch, don't be shocked if he triples up on it.
And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. This is foul right side. No outs, nobody on. Got him. Now into box, Victor Robles. He grounded out last time up. First delivery to him. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And there's his first base hit in this one.
Obvious pitch recognition right there. 0-0 changeups usually get guys out in front, but he was able to stay back, recognize it, and drive it for a base hit.
Kevin Plawecki stands in as he looks at a called strike. In there at the knees, 0-2 now. Robles, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Towards second. But this is hauled in by the second baseman. So it's a runner at first with 2 men out. And the next to bat will be the left-handed hitting catcher, Alex Avila. 1-0 the count. And there he goes towards second. Strike called. Now the throw down. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Trying to. So back to the top of the Yankee order. Digging in, Gio Urshela. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out. And over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching. Not much you can do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
Behind 0-2 now. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. He'll get it into second. And they've got the runner hung up between first and second. And they'll tag him out in the rundown.
Now batting, the center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
Stepping in now, Aaron Hicks. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. 1 out, nobody on. Fouled away. Inside as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hicks now.
And it's late in his afternoon of work, and the longer this at bat goes, the better chance of him making a mistake. But as a guy starts to tire, they're more likely to leave the ball up. But man, he's been good so far.
breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. Plawecki finds it, and he makes the throw to first. Hicks is retired, 2 down now. And now, DJ LeMahieu. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
First delivery to him. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
You know, over the course of a full season, you're going to have some clunkers, and this certainly looks like one. By the look on the manager's face, he's going to probably call a meeting after this.
Behind 0-2 now. Last chance for the Yankees. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over. A 2-0 finish today. The Washington Nationals took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Steven Strasburg earns his 5th winner